Amanda here from Fun Hands-On Learning. I am back, and today I am planning on setting up the hands-on activities for my kindergartner and preschoolers for the coming week. Now, my kindergartner is still doing a lot of preschool things, but I'm kind of easing him into kindergarten. So you're going to see the activities are geared toward that kind of age, pre-K, early kindergarten, and then some for my really young preschooler who just turned 3. So I'm going to show you that in this video. I don't know if I'll actually show you the activities and how we're going to use them in this video, but I'm basically just going to show you how I am setting them up. So I've done a video recently, a couple weeks ago, showing you, taking you with me to set up activities, and that seemed to be a video that you guys liked. So I thought I would do it again as I set up another set of activities. So I will show you that. I also am going to show you how I am going to list them. So after I set them up in my homeschool planner, I'm going to just make a list of them so I know what activities that I have ready and set up for the kids. And then what I've been doing in my planner is I have been just writing down what they've done. That way I can know what activities they've done and kind of keep track. So it's more of a tracking system, and it's been working out really well being able to just track it instead of trying to pre-plan everything, because I pretty much know what I want them to do. I have skill lists, and I just look at the skill lists and then I pick out activities each week. And so I don't really need to write out a ton of plans, but I do want to keep track of everything they're doing. So anyways, I have my little list here. I did a video before this that you should see before this video, and depending on how I edit everything. And it will walk you through these new kind of lists, what I'm doing in my planner. And I do plan on doing another video coming up soon that kind of walks you even more through my planner and what I am working on in here and how it's been working out for us for the school year. Okay, so if you are interested in just coming along with me as I set up new activities and kind of seeing my process, then let's get started. Okay, we are in our schoolroom and we are looking at a really messy closet. But in this closet up here at the top is where I have been keeping their hands-on activities, and then I just pull them out each day. And the reason I don't have them on shelves or something like that is because I have a lot of little kids and they get into them. So I like to just keep everything up here on this top shelf in the cabinet. That way I can close the door and they cannot get to it when we're not doing school. So, but otherwise, if you have shelves and you can just lay everything out where you can see it, it'd be easier, but that's not what I can do. So what I have here is I've already cleared out everything that we've done, and then these that are here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 activities there that I already have prepped and set up, because they're either activities that I want to do again that we've already done, or activities that I didn't get to with all of my children, because some of my kids do the same activities. And so I wanted to keep those ones out. So I put everything away that we've done and that we're finished with. I kept out a few activities that we still need to do, and then I'm going to fill up this section here with all brand new things. Okay friends, we are sitting at the table in our schoolroom, and I think we are pretty much ready to rock here. I have a bunch of empty trays for setting up activities. I have the activities pulled out that I want to have them do, and I have my planner here so I can write things down. So I am ready, and I'm just going to kind of bring you through the process. Okay, so you may have seen in a previous video I went through our spring themed activity bin, and I took out all of the activities that I thought would be really good for the kids, and I wanted to get them set up. So these are those activities, and I'm just going to go through them one at a time and set up the trays. So this first one here is rhyming words matching covers. So what they do is they take a card and they find the rhyming words, whatever words rhyme with the picture on the nest, okay, because it's spring themed here. All of these activities can be found on my website. These are activities that I've created, and then they're printables that you print out and you laminate. So if you're interested, of course, there will always be links in the description box on YouTube. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tray. I'm going to set this activity on the tray. Now, okay, friends, I found some really cute manipulatives that I'm going to have them use to cover up their answers. So this is a top. They would cover up top, and then they would also cover up stop, pop, and hop. Okay? Now, these little manipulatives I got a couple years ago. I'm sure you've seen them if you've seen any of my Eastery spring activity videos from the past few years, because I just take out the same things that we've always used and I reuse them again. I also, let me show you really quick, have these little baskets that I got at the dollar store, I believe last year or the year before. They're super cute. I don't know if they'll have something similar now, but I got them at Dollar Tree a couple of years ago. I have that one with the lamb. I have this one with a little chick. So cute, these springy baskets. They say Happy Easter on them, but I'm going to use them even though it's not Easter yet, just for our spring stuff. This one has a bunny. So I just think they're super cute. But anyways, so this is how the activity is intended. So to kind of change this up a little bit for my preschoolers who would not be ready to find rhyming words yet, I am just going to have them find it after I tell them. So we're going to say hen, hen. This is a hen. Let's find the word men, men, m-en. Starts with an M. Where's M? And then maybe they can find it and they can cover it up. So I'm going to have to help them quite a bit, but I still thought this would be a cute way to get them kind of motivated to listen for sounds. Maybe we can work on some like beginning type sounds and do it that way. So here is, let's see, here is bat. So we can say, this is a bat. Bat. Can you find a word that starts with B, like bat? And then maybe they can cover up bag. So each card, as we get to a new card, I might have them do something different as I look at the card and see, you know, what they might want to find. So here, let's see. This is a pig. Pig. Can you find a word that's the word that says, oh, you can't even see that that's a pig. Can you find the word that says big? Which word starts with a B and says big? Big rhymes with pig. And so I'll just tell them that, but hopefully they can find the word after I say it, or I might have to give them a hint and tell them what the word begins with. But we're still working on a lot of different phonics skills with these. So I'm just going to change it up a little bit for them just to make it a little bit easier, but still a fun activity for working on phonics. Oh, and then also I do have some letters here, and then I thought they could make the word that is the picture. So this is a picture of a bug, and then they could make B-U-G for bug. Now I'm going to help them. I'm going to say, find the B, B, say B. Find the U, and they can find the U, Find the G, they'll find the G, G. Bug, bug. Now let's see if we can find the word mug. Mug rhymes with bug. Can you find a word that starts with M? Mug. And usually they can find, you know, the letters. They know the letters, they can pick them out. So yeah, just super fun. I'm gonna tweak it a little bit for my younger kids, but yeah. So the first activity is set up. These little letters came in a toy that they have, and I just put them in this sorting tray, and yeah, I thought that these would be fun. I like to pull out different letters so they're not always using our same magnetic letters or the same letters all the time, and it just makes it a little bit more fun. They're excited to use something different. So this tray is ready, and we're going to go on and set up the next tray. Okay guys, this is an addition and a subtraction activity center, and what we're going to do is we're just literally going to count instead of doing addition and subtraction, because my kids aren't ready for addition and subtraction, but we can count for sure. So what you really are supposed to do with this is you're supposed to do addition. So 1 plus 4 is 5, and then they're supposed to find the card here that is the number 5 and place it down. Okay, so that is the intended use for this activity. What we're going to do is just count, and as we're counting, it will actually be addition, but my kids won't really know that, if that makes sense. So here, what I'm going to have them do is use their little manipulatives, and they're going to place it on there, and then we're going to count how many frogs and how many umbrellas there are, and they won't even know that they're doing addition. Okay, so to set up this activity, I think I'm going to have them use these little magnetic pom-poms that I have, and I'm just going to have them place one on each object, and they're just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they can find the number 5 and place it down. Now they're not going to really understand addition, and they're not going to quite get it, but they are going to be doing addition while they're counting. They can definitely count, and so this is a great kind of introduction for my preschoolers and my early kindergartner and into addition, so they can kind of see like, okay, we have 1 umbrella and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 frogs. Let's count them all, and then we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they can definitely find the number 5. They know how to recognize their numbers. And so we'll do it that way, and it'll just kind of be an early introduction. So I'm going to take out, as I'm setting this up, I'm going to take out the subtraction ones, and we're just going to do the addition. All right, so these are the addition cards, and let me see if I can, yeah. I'm just making sure that these little objects will fit on here. Now, as I'm setting up activities, I always kind of just want to try things out to make sure. And if these wouldn't fit, then I would get a different kind of manipulative that I thought would fit. So they would just kind of cover each one, and then we'd count them. So they're going to do this, and then they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 all together. They're going to find their number 7. They're not really going to understand necessarily that they're adding, but they're going to be adding, because then we'll talk about there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 umbrellas. There are 1, 2 frogs. 5 and 2 make 7. I'm going to say all those things to them, and you know, it'll be a good introduction because they haven't done anything with addition yet. They've only been doing counting, so I think this will be fun. So, okay, I'm going to get a new tray, and we're going to set up this activity. This is called Flower, Shape, Trace, and Match. And what I need to get for this activity is I need to get a dry erase marker, and I need to get some shapes. So I will do that right now. Okay guys, I decided to skip getting the dry erase marker because I was thinking about when we do this activity, we're gonna probably have my 1.5-year-old with us, and he will end up getting the marker and getting it all over the place. So I think what we're gonna do, and plus, I don't know, I just think I'm gonna skip that step. But what this activity is, let me see here, is that they take a card and they take a card, so like this octagon card, they're supposed to trace octagon and trace the picture octagon, and then, or the shape octagon, trace the word, trace the shape, and then they find the flower, since all of the kids in here on each card are holding flowers for spring, and then they have to find the card that is a picture, or the flower that is a picture of an octagon. So then they would place it here and match it up. So what I think, maybe I will get a dry erase marker. I just have to be really careful and make sure that my, I don't know, maybe we will and maybe we won't. But anyways, I'm not going to get one right now because I just have a feeling it's just going to cause issues. So, hey, I'm taking you along and I'm being real with you guys. This is how I set up my activities, and I kind of think about all these things as I'm setting them up. Wait, what, you know, will this cause an issue with little ones? Will marker get everywhere? blah, blah, blah. So I think we're not going to do the marker part. So we're just not going to trace the word, but I will say octagon, octagon. This says octagon. This is an octagon. Find the octagon flower. We'll find the octagon flower. We'll put it down. And then I just got some of our shape pattern blocks. They look like this. We got our pattern blocks out. I put them in this little basket, and I'll have them use these, and then they will find the shape. And they will, this is a hexagon. I don't have an octagon in here, but they would match it up. So I don't have an octagon. I need to get one. So I'll do that. Let's see. I have triangles in here. So here we go. They can match up with a triangle. And trapezoids. I have trapezoids in here, so they can go ahead and match up with a trapezoid. And then they would find the trapezoid card right here. Okay, then they would be done with that card. Let's see. So hexagon, we have hexagons here, so they're just gonna put, now this one's actually already done. Somebody did this with a dry erase marker, so I'm just gonna leave it so they can see it better. So it says hexagon, they're gonna match that up, and then they're gonna find their hexagon flower. Place that down like so, okay? So you don't have to have shapes to do this activity, but I like adding in the extra step of having shapes. So I'm gonna look through these and make sure I have each shape. So, okay friends, I found some shapes in a puzzle, and it had most of my shapes, so I'm just going to make sure I have one of each. So. Okay, grabbing another tray. This next activity, I decided I'm going to just do some counting puzzles with them. So I'm going to take out these cute little counting puzzles. They just match them up. They're wooden, and we've had them forever. And I'm just gonna make sure we have all the pieces here. Okay, so these puzzles go all the way up to 20, and they've been starting to get into their teen number counting. Okay, so this activity tray is finished, nice and easy. What we will do is I'll give them a couple of choices at once. So we'll take like 3 puzzles and do 3 at a time, or maybe even 2 at a time for some of my younger ones who might need a little bit more help with the counting. And then the older ones, like my one that's gonna be kindergarten, he has special needs, but he is technically kindergarten, and he can do a lot of things, and so I think he can do the teen numbers, so I will have him do those. And yeah, this activity is ready. Okay, this next activity doesn't take too much setup. It is so cute. I have these mats here, and what they do is they spin, and they're spring themed with all the flowers. They spin the flower spinner, whatever it lands on. It landed on this fish, and it's pointing at his fin. So they're going to use these letters here, and we're gonna spell out fin. So basically what I'm gonna say is, okay, fin, F-I-N, fin. Can you make fin? And they're going to find the F, the I-N. Well, I'll have these probably, you know what, I'm gonna get a pocket chart, because I'm gonna lay out the letters on the pocket chart so they can grab the right one when we go to do this activity. So this is the short I mat. I have mats for short O, and all the vowels, short A, short U, and so on. They're gonna have a lot of fun spinning the spinner, and I just attach the spinner with a little bit of tape, so I can just take this right off and attach it if, let's say we want to do short A. Okay, spin. Okay, we landed on cat. So again, they would find their letters, and these are all on flowers. Can you see that? Okay, I've got all of the letters on our pocket chart, so when we go to do this activity, I'm just going to set this pocket chart up. It sets up on the desk, and we'll be ready to go. They all fit except I put Z behind the Y. So if we need Z, it'll be behind there. But otherwise, I want to set this up, and then that way they can pick their letters out of here as they make their words. So this activity tray is done. Let's go on. Okay guys, we're going to do some sorting. So I'm going to set this activity tray up for the kids. And what I have here is a little box from Melissa and Doug, and this had animal stamps in it, and I'm going to reuse it for a new activity. I'm going to use this tray with these foam magnets that I have, and basically what I think I want the kids to do is I want them to sort animals, toys, and food. So I'm going to go through these magnets. I'm going to sort them myself because there are some that we're not going to use. Okay, these are alphabet magnets. Like, they basically are all sorts of different pictures, but they are good to use for beginning sounds. So this is going to be a sorting activity, and then it's going to also turn into a fun phonics activity. All right, so let me go through and figure this out, and then I'll explain to you what they're going to do. So these are the pictures I think I'm going to have them sort. So we're going to mix all the pictures up, and then they're going to sort them. They're going to put all of the food over here, all of the toys in this orange section, all the animals in the blue section, and then in this section I'm going to put an alphabet letter, and then they have to find an object that begins with that letter. So let me go get some alphabet manipulatives. Here is a set of alphabet bean bags. And so here is an example. I will take a bean bag out. So first they're going to do the sorting, right? Okay, so that's more of a math skill that they're going to work on. And then we can also talk about the different objects, and we can do a little bit of vocabulary, and we can say drum, drum. When do you use a drum? How do you play with a drum? What does it do? It makes noise. Okay, and we can pretend to play a drum and all that kind of stuff. You could do so much with this. We could talk about the different animals and where they live and what they might eat. I mean, you could just really get into this. But once they have sorted everything in the correct categories, then I'm going to place a letter. So, for example, I'm going to place an A, and I will say, okay, can you find a picture that starts with A? And hopefully they will find the apple, and they'll place it down. Okay, all right, good job, you found apple. Let's do another one. Okay, T, can you find a picture that starts with T? And then hopefully they'll match it up with tiger. You get the idea? So this will be fun. So if you have a set of letters, any kind of letters, they don't have to be beanbag letters. They could be magnetic letters. You can get magnetic letters at the dollar store. It doesn't have to be expensive. And then, use that, and then find a set of, objects that are magnets, or I use puzzle pieces a lot for activities like this, whatever you have around. And yeah, just make a sorting activity. So there you go. If you don't have like a tray like this with the different colors, you can get paper, and you can have the different colored paper and then have them sort that way. So anyways, this activity is ready to go. I'm just going to put these alphabet letters in the box, and we're set. I'm going to set up a few more things. Okay guys, this last tray that I am working on setting up is a science tray, and basically they're older brothers. So the kids that I'm setting this up for are my younger ones, and if you've never seen my channel before, I'm sorry, I probably didn't give a good introduction. I have 8 children that we homeschool, and we have been homeschooling for about 9 years. I was a classroom teacher for 10 years before we started homeschooling, and so I have a lot of kids that I am setting activities up for. My oldest 2 children go to school now, they're in high school, but I do homeschool the other 6, and so these activities that I've been doing in this video and setting up are for my youngest ones. So, but my older elementary school children have been doing botany and learning about plants and all sorts of just plant life. And so I thought I would kind of bring that into my younger kids. I wanted to read this spring book to them. They kind of destroyed it, but I thought we would go through, we would read this kind of springy book, or they can read it basically with the words. And then I have this little cute little flower here. It goes with a set of vocabulary cards that we have, and on the back I'm going to read this to them about flowers. And then what I'm going to have them do is they are going to make Play-Doh flowers. So I pulled out the green Play-Doh for basically the stem and all that, and then they can use these mixed up Play-Dohs to do the flowery part. So they're going to make Play-Doh flowers. Now I do have this set of Play-Doh cards that I might use with them. This is like, use your Play-Doh to make soil, so they make soil here. Use your Play-Doh to make sun, and use your Play-Doh to make water for the 3 things that plants need to grow. I don't know how in depth we're going to get. We're not going to do the plant life cycle, but this is great for making, you know, you can make it all with your Play-Doh, so it's kind of cute. And then there are these other cards that they can make with dough. So I'm not sure how many of these we'll be doing, but there's lots of cute little like plant type things that they can make with Play-Doh. I'm thinking maybe just this one. We might just make flowers, but this is a cute set if you have older kids who are actually learning like the plant life cycle and they want to use Play-Doh to make, you know, the different parts. So I will leave a link below to these, but I think basically with these little kids, we actually might not use these, and we might just literally make flowers. So that is the last tray I wanted to set up, but I might keep this out because their older brothers might enjoy, while these guys are making flowers, they might enjoy making the plant life cycle or something like that with Play-Doh. So I'm going to keep this on the tray, and I'm going to keep this book here and this flower here. And then now my last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write down all of these activities that I set up in my planner so I know what I have ready to go, and then that way I can keep track of when they have completed it and which students have completed what. Okay, so here is my lesson plan book. These are the activities that you saw in my cabinet that are already set up for them. They've done this one, and so these are ones that they still need to do. So those are already written. Now I'm going to use the rest of these to write down the ones that I just set up. And then once we complete this whole thing, I will get a new one of these, and I will, you know, start all over writing a new list. So this list should last us for 2 weeks. So I shouldn't have to set up any new activities for about 2 weeks. Okay, so this isn't my best handwriting, but I have all the activities here ready for the next 2 weeks. This should bring us into April. Well, no. No, this probably won't bring us into April, but this will go for the next 2 weeks, and we'll have one more week before April. But yeah, this will be great, because then once April starts, I want to get some like Eastery type activities in here. And I'm trying to incorporate more science or history, some other things into here besides just our phonics and reading and our math. Even though those are the main focus, I'm trying to incorporate a couple other things in here too. So I'm glad I have this sorting activity here where they're going to sort the animals and the food and the toys. And I'm really glad I have the springtime plant one where they're going to use Play-Doh to make flowers. So, and then I also, of course, have a great selection of reading activities and a great selection of math activities. And I also have a few, like I told you, that are already set up that we didn't get to from before. So those will be great to get to. And friends, just really quick, I wanted to go through and show you the activities that I already had set up for my kids before I filmed this video. So these are activities that either we want to do again, or I have only done them with one student and I want to do them with a different child as well, or they might be something that we didn't get to. So these are the ones that I already had in there. The first one is just these beginning sound alphabet cards that go on the pocket chart that they match up. So there's that one is already set up. These are shapes in here, and they absolutely loved this, so we're going to do it again. Basically, we used it with an activity that I had. I took that activity away because we already did it, and now we're just going to match up the shapes to the cards. So that was fun. Then this activity I still have set up. It is matching consonant and vowel blend cards. So for example, this is a picture of a sun, and they would have to use their clips here, and they would clip it onto the S and the U for sun. So we're going to continue doing this because I have another set of cards that do the same thing, and these ones are spring themed. So let me open this up. So you can see they're spring themed. He's got a kite there, and so these are just a little bit different, and so we're going to continue on with this activity, and we're going to do the spring themed ones. And then the last activity that I still kept set up is one that my kids absolutely love, and it's kind of a staple because when I know my kids are just having one of those days where they don't want to do anything, if I say, let's take out our fishing, then they'll usually be like, oh yeah, let's do our fishing. And basically what I mean by our fishing is I have this activity set, if I can move this, called Alphabet Fishing Activities. And it looks like this, and basically what they do is there are these mats here, and they go fishing for letters. So I have this set of letters that are fish, and they use these magnetic fishing poles and they catch letters. So here I caught the letter B. Okay, so they catch letters and then they use that and they match it up. So here is a ball, so they would put this fish on the ball. So they would match B to ball. You get the idea. Sorry, it's sideways. I'm trying to do this kind of quickly because this video is getting really long. But yeah, so they love doing this. And so for this mat, they would match up the beginning sounds to the pictures. Then I have mats that they match up letters to letters, S to S. So they would go fishing, they would find the S fish, and they would match it up until they've matched up all their letters. And then there's also in this set cards, words. Where are the words? There are words here, and so these are all words that have to do with fishing. Lake, worm, boat, fish, and they can make the words. So they would match up, they would go fishing for their letters, and then they would match up, you know, F here, I, S, H to make fish after they've fished for their letters. So this is just a staple. They love it, and we're going to continue keeping this in our cabinet so that they can do it over and over again. If you download this activity from me and you don't have the fish that I have here, which I believe I got this set off of Amazon a long time ago, but if you don't have that set, I provide for you in the download, well, where'd it go? Oh, here. In the download, some fish that you can use. So you can print out these letter fish. you can print out these letterfish here, and then just attach a, let me put my pen down. Just attach a paper clip to them, and then they can use a fishing pole that you might have from a puzzle or something, anything magnetic. They can go fishing that way as long as it has a paper clip on it, and then it's magnetic. Okay, so you can use these ones as long as you just laminate them and attach a paper clip. So you can do it that way, or you can get yourself a set of fish like we have. But either way, this is just a set that I love to keep out because they love to do it. And so we just do it over and over again. What did you get?
O.
You got O?
Yeah.
O is for octopus. Good job. Okay, Peter's turn. Get P?
Yeah.
What's P for?
Pig.
Pig, right. So those were all the activities I already had set up in our cabinet, and then you saw all of the activities that I set up today. Oh, also, one more thing. I have this little, these cards and this page. This is from a springtime toddler activity set, and I have not laminated it yet, but I'm going to laminate this so that my toddler can match up. Butterfly to butterfly, and flower to flower, and umbrella and nest. He can match them up and we can talk about the words. And so this is from a springtime set. I usually make it into a book, but for him we're just going to do this one page and we're just going to match them up, and he can kind of have fun learning some springtime words. So I still need to laminate these, but I will leave a link below to all these toddler vocabulary activities if you're interested as well in the description box. So there's that. So this is something I still have to do. So I'm going to kind of like throw it over here with my planner so I remember to laminate it. Other than that, I think that's it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully this wasn't too long of a video, but I figured as I'm setting up the activities, I'd just take you along as I set them up, and then I'll show you what we're doing. So that is what we're doing, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Happy learning. Bye.